presentation is about spin moves. Is this spin move legal, or is it a traveling violation? How about this spin move? The applicable rule in the rules book is Rule 4-44. It states that traveling is moving a foot or feet in excess of prescribed limits while holding the ball. The limits on foot movements are as follows. After establishing a pivot foot, the pivot foot may be lifted but cannot be returned to the floor before the ball is released on a pass or try for goal. If we as officials are going to rule accurately on these moves, we must identify the pivot foot. Once we determine which foot is the pivot foot, then we have to determine if the pivot foot is picked up and put back down on the floor while the player is holding the ball. In the first freeze frame, white number 3 has ended his dribble with his left foot on the floor. He then steps with his right foot and brings his left foot up next to his right foot and puts it back on the floor. This is a traveling violation. In this play, in the first freeze frame, we see that white number 30 has ended his dribble with his right foot on the floor. He then steps with his left foot, picks up his right foot, and puts it back down next to his left foot. This is a traveling violation. How can a player make these moves legally? Well, the spin move can be legal if the player will jump off the stepping foot without bringing the pivot foot back to the floor. Also, the player could continue the dribble until the stepping foot of the spin contacts the floor. Then the stepping foot would be used as the pivot foot.